Hello everyone. This is mathing, and today we are going to talk about equations. So, do you know about equations? Equation is the equation looks like this. H minus 5 is equals to 9 plus 2. Equation can also look like 3x plus 1 is equals to 0. It can also look like 14y plus 3xy plus 5x is equals to 0 or is equals to 5. These, all of them are equations. So the definition of equation is formed by placing this equal sign between two numericals or two variable equations. For example, 3xy. So this is the definition of the equations. So these are all of them examples of equations. So when you're solving an equation, it can be by solving, for example, this is just a arithmetic equation. This is the variable expression, this is another variable expression. So for example, you're solving a variable expression and you have different values of x and or y or any other number that you're trying to find. So that that's y is equal to 0, 1, 2 going to infinity can be a domain. A domain is a set of numbers that a variable may be represented. So the variable here is y. It can be x is equals to 5, 6, 7, 8. This is another domain of numbers. So when solving an equation which has a variable expression, we see that you can have a value, maybe x is equals to 1 only or y is equals to 0 only, but at also you can have a set of values. So it depends on which equation are you solving right now. So for today we are going to talk about when we have a domain, how do we solve an equation. So for example, we have 5x minus 1 is equals to 9. So, and we're given a domain of x is equals to 1, 2, 3. Going to, let me just put 1, 2, 3 so it can be easier. So from this, we are going to find which value when substituted here brings 9. So if the value, if for example get 7 is equals to 9, this is not equal. This equation is not equal. This equation is equals to. It's not equals to. So the left hand side is not equals to right hand side. So that equation is called inequality. There's no equality between the left and right. But if we have the equation, when we substitute here, we find that the left hand side is equals to the right hand side. That is equality equation. So let's make it clear right now. So for now, we are finding if the left hand side is equals to the right hand side. Okay, so 5x minus 1 is equals to 9 when x is equals to 1. So 1 minus 1 is equals to 9. This is 4 minus 1, which is 3, is equals to 9. This is false. There's no equality here. 3 is not equal to 9. So the substitution of 1 is not the value, is not the, so the substitution of 1 is not the solution for this equation. So what if x is equals to 2? 5, 2 minus 1 is equals to 9. So 5 times 2, that is 10. 10 minus 1 is equals to 9. So you have 1, 9 is equals to 9. So this equation is equal. So this is true. So 2 is the solution for this equation. But what if we put 3? 5 times 3 minus 1 is equals to 9. This is 15 minus 1, it's 14. This is false. There's no equality here. So when you're solving, you have to find the solution in the set of the domain. You cannot, there's a time when you cannot find solution. So those domain is not there. And sometimes you can find a set of domain of solution in a question. Let's solve a question which has the set of solution. So for example 2, this was example 1. Example 2, y is 4 minus y is equals to 3. If y, this is equals to 1, 2, 3, 1 is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3. So let's start when y is equals to 0. So when you put 0 here, 0, 4 minus 0 is equals to 3. So we get 0 is equals to 3. This is false inequality. Then when you take y is equals to 1, so 1, 4 minus 1 is equals to 3. So 3 is equals to 3. This is true. So we already got this is a solution. And then we have another one where where y is equals to 2. So 2, 4 minus 2 is equals to 3. So 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4 is equals to 3. This is false. This is not a solution. Y is equals to 2 is not the solution. So what if it's y is equals to 3? When you put 3 here, 4 minus 3 is equals to 3. This is 1. Then 3 is equals to 3. This is true. So we have two solutions here. So for the value of y, it has to have 1 and 3 to be able to solve this. If you have these two, then you're good. So what if you don't have any solution? What do? When you don't have any solution, it means that equation at it is not equal. For example, if you're trying to say that y is equals to 0, that is not true. That is not the solution for this equation. You have to find a solution to get the other side to be correct. It can be a billion time, like maybe 4 billion minus 4 minus 20 million minus 30 million bracket is equals to maybe 10. You can have that. If you do not find the value which is being substituted in that equation, it means that equation is not having any solution. So the next question, I want to use the word problem. This is just one question for the word problem, but before I solve it, can you try and solve this equation so you can know? You can try to use the word problem to solve the equation, but for the next video I'm going to explain to do the examples for word problems, because I know that word problems can be daunting and can be difficult for some people, but if you understand the logic and if you check the worksheets which I've uploaded in my Google Classroom, you'll understand and you will know how to solve some of the easiest problems. So for instance, we have this word problem. It said the set of domain is this, y is equals to 6, 8, and 12. And this is our question, and it says 5 more than twice a number. 5 more than twice a number is equals to 29. What is the number? So we have to find which number is going to be used here. But here is not x, it's y. I'm sorry about that. So this is so exciting. So we have 5 plus 2y is equals to 29. This is the most easiest part of this. So 5 plus 2 times 6 is equals to 29. We know that 2 times 6 is 12 plus 5, that is 17, is equals to 29. This is false. There is no equality for this question. 17 is not equals to 29. So what if when is equals to 6, y is equals to 8? So 5 plus 2 times 8 is equals to 29. We know that 8 times 2, that is 16, plus 5, that is 21. 21 cannot be equals to 29. Maybe if the world is changing and there is a new law that 21 can be equals to 29. I mean, some people say 1 plus 1 is equals to 11. That is the Lulu, and we know that the Lulu is not the Salulu. So let's go to y is equals to 12. Then 5 plus 2 of 12 is equals to 29. Then so 5 plus 2 times 12 is equal to 29. So 12 times 2, we already know it is 24, plus 5, this is 29. Yay! So we know that 29 is equal to 29. As I say, that this is a Solulu. So we have the Solulu. Solulu. Okay, we have the solution for this equation. So as I say, this is the word problem for this class, and I would have a session where I will do the word problem since the beginning. I forgot to do for the other for when I was doing the examples for the variables. I forgot to do that. But the next class is going to be all about the word problem. So we're gonna tackle at least 5 word problems from the different section so that we can know which way to solve the word problem, and wow, is it easier. You just need to know the words that they are used, the English words, and you need to understand the mathematics behind it. For example, we know here we have the equation 5, and 5 is more, 5 is greater than the twice of y. So instead of using greater, but we already know that there is an 29 at the end. So you say, oh, it's more. More than means that it is the plus. But if it was saying less than, then it would be minus. So you need to know the values the way they are using. So thank you so much. Have a lovely day and see you into the next set of class. Bye.